Welcome, I'm Esoteric Essa, your host, your tarot reader today, also known as your esoteric homegirl, because if you're not familiar, Essa is Spanish slang for homegirl. So welcome to my channel. This is your pick a card reading for the upcoming Leo full moon. The Leo full moon is on the 5th, which is this Sunday. If you're watching this reading after the fact, there is likely still messages for you because you are guided here. So consider this an evergreen reading. You are absolutely more than welcome to pick more than one pile. Maybe there's a message for you in every single pile. And if you haven't yet, please, I encourage you to exchange abundance with me and subscribe to my channel. Give this video a like, share it, comment which pile you chose. And I will meet you at your pile. Okay, everybody, we have 3 piles to choose from. As you can see, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. You already know the drill. Go ahead, close your eyes, take a couple breaths, see which pile is calling you energetically. And if it's more than one, then you can go ahead and meet me at either of those piles. So just go with the gut feeling, the first inclination. What is tugging at you the most? Don't overthink it. I'll see you at your pile. Hello, pile 1. Happy full moon to you. Thank you so much for being here. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much. Here we go. This Leo full moon coming in on the 5th of 2023. I've already pre-shuffled. Go ahead and just take a couple more inhales to relax, to ground yourself, to connect with the energy of this pile. Take about 2 big inhales before we get into it. So what are the overall messages of this full moon for pile 1? Where is their focus going to be emphasized at? Through the Leo full moon, reminder that full moon cycles last about 2 weeks, okay? So this energy can transpire for you, pile 1, over the course of the next 2 weeks. I do get that rabbits are very significant for pile 1. Rabbits represent fertility. They represent taking a leap of faith. They represent youthfulness. They represent spring. So maybe you were born in the spring. Maybe you have a pet rabbit. Oh shoot, guess what? Just realized in Chinese astrology, we are in the rabbit, the year of the rabbit zodiac sign. So maybe maybe your birthday was on Lunar New Year this year. Maybe you celebrate Lunar New Year. Happy Lunar New Year to you. And also, if you have a spring birthday, you could be at the tail end of a Pisces. So maybe Pisces placements, obviously Aries placements, and Taurus placements. And that can be in your sun, your moon, your rising. Or go ahead, maybe in your North Node, your Venus, and your Mercury. And I'm getting specifically 5th house placements. So maybe you have significant 5th house placements, planets in your 5th house, Aries, 5th house, Pisces, 5th house, Taurus, 5th house. So native solar sun in the 5th house. If you don't know any of that information because you're like, I don't know my astrology yet, or don't have none of that, no worries. This doesn't mean this reading isn't for you. We're still going to get into whether or not you know this is your pile. But if anything that was just shared resonates with you, then all the more reason to stick around. So let's get started, pile 1, with your tarot card. You have the Lovers. Number 6. If roses are significant to you, we do have roses on this beautiful card. This is from the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck, by the way, if you're interested. Very, very beautiful deck. Let's go through it. I don't rush through my readings, so if you're an antsy, anxious person, you're in a rush, this is definitely not your pile. I'm definitely not your reader, okay? holistic healer, so healing. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. I hear that. We have whales and dolphins on this card. We have purple flowers, which to me feels like lavender. Again, water, so water sign placements, you're more than welcome if you are a water sign, particularly Pisces. And this could also be people who are in same-sex, queer, self-expression. Doesn't have to be. Crystal keys number 22. So crystals is coming up twice because crystals is listed on this card, and obviously there's apophyllite crystal here. So maybe you're a crystal healer, a crystal practitioner, or you just find crystals to be very yummy. We're going to get into what all this means. I'm just, sharing with you. So numbers that are significant so far, sharing with you things that might resonate so you know furthermore this is your pile or not. Number 18, which is a 9. So we have 6 and 9, 69. What to do? 69 also reminds me a lot of the crab zodiac sign. So Cancer peeps. I feel like this group is very focused on decolonial work. I feel like they're very focused on working with the stars and the Pleiadians, star seeds. I do feel like this group is stepping into a lighter vibration this year. They've probably been in a dark night of the soul. You've probably been feeling like you were very secluded, wanting solitude, been learning a lot of things, keeping a lot of knowledge to yourself. And then we have number 26, which is an 8, Neptune vision. So furthermore, Pisces emphasis. So truly you could have Pisces placements, Pisces North Node. I also feel because Neptune has been in Pisces and Saturn will enter Pisces in March during Pisces season. I really feel like this Leo full moon is going to usher in energy that will reach climax, full expression, come Pisces season this year, come the end of March, once Saturn transitions into Pisces. We have abundance. Yay for you, pile 1. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. I see you've been doing a lot of mindset work, pile 1. Pile 1, you already know. You're like, I've been doing the work. I've been focusing on my mindset. Granted, I'm not perfect, but I hold myself accountable. And self-defeatist. Self-defeatist. I feel like this is energy that is definitely shadow work that you have been dealing with, not only this lifetime, but likely for very many lifetimes. And because we're at an 18, which is a 9, this is the lifetime that it's going to reach a conclusion. That's self-defeatist energy. So I think I'm going to pause here so my fur pup can calm down. And we're back, baby. Okay. Are we in focus? Yes. So here's the theme for pile 1. And this is how you're going to know if you need to click off and go somewhere else if this is not your pile. Definitely, this pile is focused on matters of love. Straightforward with the Lover's card. And this is about you stepping into a soulmate connection. So if you're not concerned about love, if that's not resonating, if that hasn't been something sitting within your heart space, then try another pile. So for those of you sticking around, here we go. With the abundance and the Lover's card, keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. I feel that this pile has been doing a lot of focus on self, clearly a lot of emphasis on their personal journey. I also feel this is a group that is very abundant. This feels very 9 of Pentacles energy to me, meaning maybe you've been single for quite some time. You have settled into the embodiment of being very comfortable in your own company. If a partner comes along, absolutely, you're open to that. But otherwise, you are asking the universe to bring you someone who is on your same vibration. Someone who's focused on their healing. They don't have to necessarily be into the same spiritual philosophy as you, but you certainly want someone who is spiritually open-minded and spiritually focused, whether that's, you know, they have their own spiritual practice. With this card here, I feel like you're even open to people who are into religion. You know, you're not opposed to any of that. You just want someone who also has spiritual principles as you. Some of you are also exploring same gender, same sex connections, or exploring how to express yourself in a queer embodiment. Now, if you're someone who's straight, I don't know if I put that in quotations. This is still your pile. Remember, we're covering, there's so many different people tuning in, but everyone's going through the overall same message here. I do feel that in the past, when it comes to love, you have had to work through a lot of karmic connections. You grew up, trigger warning, maybe you grew up in a household where one parent didn't express a lot of love to you for whatever reason. Maybe they weren't around physically, emotionally, mentally, or they just were emotionally unavailable. And so I do feel that this group has a tendency to get involved with emotionally unavailable people, or you yourself are emotionally unavailable in connections. And you're aware of that. You're aware of that, and that's something that you've been breaking away with this Neptune vision. You have clear insight now of how you've been involved in romantic connections that perpetuate childhood wounds specifically. And I'm not a therapist, right? Obviously you know this, but I just want to really emphasize this in no way is therapy or advice. I'm just reading the energy here. But it feels like this group has had relationships with people who were not emotionally available, who definitely played games with you, who led you on, or maybe were genuinely invested in you and then realized they didn't want a connection with you, but they still didn't know how to break it off with you. And so you've stayed in relationship karmic connections longer than you should have. This group, there's so much blue. Your throat chakra is so blocked, severely blocked. I do feel like maybe you have Neptune in the 4th house, Neptune in the 10th house, Neptune conjunct Saturn in your astrology chart. I do feel there are father wounds, paternal wounds here in this group that need to be dealt with, that mirror a lot in your love, like your love connections. The World card, 5 of Swords, okay, and the 3 of Cups. So you're interested in someone. You're definitely interested in someone, and this Leo full moon is going to give you the insight with the World card. Look, we have the fixed signs, right? So we have Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. and the Five of Swords and the Three of Cups. It feels like you haven't been able to make a decision about someone in love. The Lover's card is about choices, decision making. Someone has entered your vortex, your zone of awareness, your life, that you know is a soulmate, that you know you are romantically interested in. But you're blocking and stopping this connection before it can even, get started, before it can even, get grounded, rooted, and start sprouting. But this self-defeatist energy, I feel like this group really has a hard time communicating, because either in the past when they self-expressed or they communicated their needs, maybe as a child or in different love connections, those needs, your voice wasn't heard, your needs weren't met, people didn't really necessarily listen to you, or they didn't really follow through and show up in the way you needed. And so this group has a hard time sharing how they feel. I feel like this group, with all due respect, you have a mask on when it comes to love. And this Leo full moon is asking you to reassess how you're being inauthentic when it comes to love connections. Are you still trying to play it coy? Are you playing it cool? Are you, not being authentic in your expression, particularly with this love connection that you're interested in? Are you hiding yourself and holding back because of fear? With this Five of Swords here, I also feel this group is so used to getting what they want. You get what you want. You know what you want. You're very, in a way, you're a very confident person. You know how to show up in the world in social situations, social capacities, and be confident, to be very alluring, and people are very curious about you. They find you charismatic, but you don't like one-on-one situations. When it comes to like a one-on-one capacity, it's almost too vulnerable for you. And when it comes to love, it's like you're pushing away or shutting out this soulmate that you've manifested, the situation that you've manifested. You're not sure about the person or the situation because your heart is blocked, and you're basically creating that own blockage yourself. Because I know you've done a lot of work, and I know you're working on yourself, and I'm all about self-love. I'm all about knowing who you are. I'm all about having your boundaries. I'm all about, knowing your needs and making sure there's reciprocity. But you're a stubborn group. You're stubborn. You're stubborn, and it's like, well, if I allow someone else to play in my sandbox, are they going to play by my rules? And it's like when you bring other people, it's a given. It's a known factor, like especially in love, right? When you bring another person into your inner world, it's like, now I have to create new rules. Now I have to share. And it's not that you're not a giving person. You're not a person who shares, but you certainly are needing to work past your fixed mindset when it comes to love. Everywhere else in life, you're doing phenomenal. So we have double Scorpio on the board here with Death, and then the World card, fixed signs. Page of Pentacles. We do have some Earth energy, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus again, double Taurus. Page of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and Death card. Okay. Here is the message. This love connection, this love interest is going to come back around. This Leo full moon. Five of Wands in reverse. I feel like there was some disagreement or misunderstanding, miscommunication. But look, you're getting a new beginning. There was a miscommunication between you and this person. That conflict is about to be over. The Magician's at the bottom of the deck. This person is, yeah, the Devil in reverse. It's going to move forward. You can trust this person. You can trust this connection. It is your own mind playing tricks on you. This person is holding back because it feels like the ball is in your court right now. So if that aligns with you, like you feel like you need to connect, reach out, make the first move or reconnect or initiate a little more movement on your end, and it feels right, it doesn't feel forced, then do it. If you're hearing this and you're like, well, I made the last message, the last phone call, the last text, the last conversation, then my recommendation based off this energy is reassess. Were you coming from a very distorted perspective of this Five of Wands? You know, like, were you trying to impose expectations on that other person and project your need to control, project your need for a desired outcome that could have been unfair to that person? And if it's a yes, then maybe you owe them, I don't know, maybe an apology in the most extremist sense, but at the very least, just an olive branch, you know, friendship. Yeah. So this connection's not over yet, but both of you in this connection are trying to play it so cool. It's ridiculous. Both of you are pretending to not have feelings for each other, even though you both know you have feelings for each other. Oh, yeah. With the Seven of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, this final advice is from this Leo full moon. The Leo full moon is asking you to go within, reassess your shadow work, right? The shadow energy here, the shadow work. And, you know, I'm trying to refrain from the language I really want to use because we're on a public platform, but call yourself out. And have the courage. Have the courage to come forward. Stop lying to yourself. Stop deceiving yourself, because Neptune is self-deception. Then we have the self-defeatist. And with the Seven of Swords, this is about lying to ourselves. I feel like you're so used to people being manipulative in love or disappointing you or letting you down. Again, there's been manipulative behavior in love connections you've been in. And you've convinced yourself almost that although you've manifested what you wanted, this interesting new soulmate you can explore, the soul connection, you're not believing. And Spirit is saying this is different this time around in a good way. Fabulous. All right. Thank you so much, Pile 1. Let me know your thoughts. Happy full moon. Pile 2, welcome. Welcome. Here we go. Pile 2, this is your Leo full moon reading. We're going to go over if this is your pile or not. I'm going to start reading the energy so you can identify if this resonates with you. And if not, that way you can click off. Just a reminder, please don't forget to subscribe and like, comment. If you did all that, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And let's get into this. I think that's about everything I wanted to say. Pile 2. Your tarot card is the Temperance card, number 16, which is a 7. The deck I'm using for tarot is the Ethereal Visions deck. We have Intuitive, Investigation, Phantom Quartz Point. Patience and Planning, number 7. Opposition, Confrontation, 53, number 8. Awakening, Energetic Upgrades, A New Way of Being, Integration. So numbers, we have 7 and 8. 7 again, because Temperance is 16, 7, right? We have the crescent moon. Maybe some of you were born on a crescent moon lunar phase. We have cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Interesting. Number 4, solar plexus chakra, radiant illumination. Contemplative. Okay. This feels like this group is very Mercury dominant, very mercurial heavy. Maybe you have a Gemini rising, Gemini moon, Gemini sun, Virgo sun, moon rising, Mercury on the ascendant. Maybe your Mercury's in the 3rd house, Scorpio 3rd house. Look for that in your astrology chart. If you have that, all the more reason to stay around. If you don't have that, don't worry. Doesn't mean it's not your pal necessarily, not yet. I do feel also Libra energy as well. So Libra placements, because of these 2 pillars, you could have a connection to music. Maybe you're like a DJ. Pile 2. You've been at odds with yourself. This is, okay, so pile 2, how do you know if this is your pal? This group has been going through an internal conflict. I mean, this is why I feel so Gemini heavy, because there's 2 sides to you. There's 2 sides to you that you have to accept. You've been rejecting one side of self because you've been convincing yourself that it's doing you a disservice, or like it doesn't benefit you in some sort of capacity. Oh yeah, Sagittarius energy. So okay, great. We'll also pull some more oracles as we go along. There we go. Much better. There could have also been messages in pile 1 for you. So if you felt at some point you wanted to click on pile 1, all the more reason I'm letting you know, please do so. This group is definitely working on self-mastery this lifetime. You're very intuitive, you're very logic brain focused. This is why I get a lot of Virgo energy, Mercury energy. You could even have a Taurus moon, Pisces moon. Some of you need to come to terms with accepting that your lifestyle is different. It needs to be different. It's meant to be different. You're an unconventional personality. You live an unconventional life. And in fact, you're going to thrive through that unconventional life. I'm smelling a lot of floral scents, a lot of roses, a lot of flowers. So maybe you like floral scents. Maybe you work with flowers. You could be a florist. Yeah. So with this solar plexus chakra, patience and planning. This Leo full moon, which is beautiful because there's so much gold here. This pile is having a major solar plexus chakra upgrade this Leo full moon. Something that's been working against you, and particularly against your money and your finances, is about to be lifted, about to be released, about to be lifted. And some of you are going to finally get the abundance you've been calling in, and your money and your finances. Some of you could be doing this through an intuitive capacity, a healing capacity, a spiritual capacity. But also some of you could work, this is kind of random. Some of you could work in a career that involves high level of thinking and strategy and investigative like skills. This Leo full moon is bringing in someone to partner up with you. You could be learning from someone or learning a technique, mastering knowledge, integrating new knowledge. This Leo full moon that is going to benefit you in the long run. That's going to help increase your abundance, your financial abundance, your abundance in self-worth, your abundance in fulfillment in life. If you've been contemplating if you should pursue something that seems off the wall, out of the ordinary, way out there, something that people would be like, that's not what I would put you for or pin you as, or that's like not your normal self or not something you normally into, like you need to go after that. You need to go after the unconventional, the quirky. And that's what this feels like, integrating these two sides of you, a side of self that you've been rejecting for so long. You know, because I feel like this group is coming from with these two pillars, a very traditional, focused, grounded lifestyle or background. Like maybe you've had all 10 years in academia and now all of a sudden you're like, I want to be a comedian. And people are like, what? Like you're just so stoic and so serious. How are you going to make people laugh? So this Leo full moon is assisting you, pile 2, with gaining a newfound insight and confidence to balance. Because the Temperance card is about healing, of course. It is Archangel Raphael, of course. The Temperance card is also about balance and overcoming sort of addictive, obsessive tendencies as well. You know? So if there's something in your mind that you've been playing over in your head that you cannot stop thinking about, and you're like, I really need to pursue this. I really need to follow this route. I need to follow the curiosity. I really need to go after this, or I want to explore that, or I want to initiate this. You need to do it, because outdated thinking is not working for you anymore. You're being called to explore a new way of life, a new way of living. For some of you, that's quite literally going to be leaving a marriage, leaving a relationship. Absolutely. Because with this opposition, this life that you're living in the 3D that you're about ready to transition out of is creating blocks for you, because it's no longer in alignment. And so it's like you're trying to hold on to that one thing when it's like, here's the new path, here's the new road you need to go down. It's new, it's foreign, it's scary, it's the road less traveled. You've never been down this road, and there's definitely no map, but you have your inner compass to guide you. And so by holding on to something that you've already wrapped up and outgrown and evolved out of, it's only creating the opposition here. And so basically this confrontation is not necessarily with other people. Some of you might be with another person, like a relationship, a significant other, but for some of you, it's a way of life. I mean, for most of you, it's a way of life. Like, it's literally confrontation within self. You versus you getting out of your own way. The Emperor. So you can also have Aries placements. This does kind of remind me of Aries energy here. The Emperor is usually a very confident person as well. So there's a lot of confidence that you're going to be stepping into. And this sword kind of reminds me of the Ankh right here. So maybe you work with the Ankh. A-N-K-H, Ankh. The Emperor is also someone who is meant to live life by their own accord. The Emperor is a leader. Maybe you're thinking like, I don't see myself in that light. How am I a leader? Well, by following your passions and your pursuits and choosing yourself and choosing to create your joy in life through your authentic self-expression, that is a leader. Eight of Wands reverse, Judgment reverse, Nine of Wands. Yeah, you're not letting go. You're resisting letting something go. Strength card in reverse. It feels like you're like, I put so much time, so much effort into this relationship or into this job or so much money into making this work, and that is scarcity mindset. That is lack mindset. It's not generating anything of fulfillment for you. There's no more joy connected to that experience, that lifestyle. Like, I know it kept you stable for a long time, but now that stability is becoming complacency. Yeah, the Magician. You're blocking your own beginnings. And pile 2, you are really strong manifestors. I feel like this group's very into the occult. Very much into magic, witchcraft, brujeria. You know, you could be just doing something because it's a line of thought that has been projected onto you by like society or like a cultural thing or a family thing. You know, I have to live this traditional lifestyle because it's what's expected of me through my parents or my family or society. No, you don't. No, you don't. This group is definitely, I feel like this group is definitely toggles between being a rebel and free thinking, and then their logical mind freaks out because your mind is so powerful. You work so well with your mind. You're intelligent. And you manifested so long with the power of the logical mind in this lifetime. And you don't know how to detach from your mind. Like, your mind is your whole identity. Your thoughts are your entire identity. There's a severe attachment to your identity through your ideologies. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. Wow. You are just adamant of not making any decisions. Because you know that this is one of those piles where you know that your happiness is on the other side of making that very big, crucial decision. The Judgment card in reverse. But there's a lot of fear here because it's ancestrally connected in your root chakra. It's stuck in the root, and this is why you're getting a solar plexus upgrade, because the energy from the root is not going through the sacral, or not going past the sacral actually, because look, that reminds me of the sacral. Your sacral is very healthy, very active, you know. Aries energy is very sacral chakra, root chakra. And it's like you have so much potential. This pile is chosen by their ancestors. You are the chosen ones by your ancestors. You have so much potential to play it big, to be big, to go big. But you're piecemealing aspects of your life. I'll take a little bit of this, I'll be a little bit of there, and a little bit of that, and I'll exist a little bit here, and I'll spread thin here. And it's like, if you really put your focus on what you want, which is creating this internal conflict, this internal confrontation, this internal opposition of I want it, I know it, I should pursue it, but you're throwing it on the back burner, you know, this desire, this wish, this lifestyle, this self-expression. I feel like you're worried about stepping into this very big vibration that you're meant to open, this huge portal in this lifetime. And look, Leo, right? Strength card, Leo full moon. I feel like you're scared because it means you're gonna have to leave a lot of people behind. And it's also this thing of like, holy crap, I did that. Like, oh my God, I actually did that. Like, I manifested that. Damn, I really am that person. Like, and it means you're gonna have to let go of a lot of things. And that's the scary part of that road, is because it also means what's been stable, those friendships, that lifestyle, that job, that mindset, that person, most of those people are not going to come along for the ride. They just can't, because they're not in that frequency. So I do feel like this group is so compassionate. You definitely put other people before you. I feel like you're working with one other person, or you're supposed to be working with one other person, but it feels like that person slows you down almost. You know? This group's meant to go solo. The Emperor. You're meant to go solo. So that's your Leo full moon message, because look, 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. All those grapes. You got tons of prosperity that's about to come into this Leo full moon. You just got to let go of that outdated thinking, that conditioning that's been indoctrinated within you of, you know, this expected life, this expected, you know, version of you that for so long you did identify with, you did love, you did sit in comfort with. But now you know it's like you really got to shed the skin of the snake and tap into the energy of the boa constrictor. You know, you got to be this big snake, this powerful being, this shapeshifter. To whom much is given, much is required. 53 is an 8. So there's so much abundance coming in for you. A lot of angelic advice coming in for you. And a lot of healing advice. This Leo full moon. This group gets a lot of divine downloads through meditation. You work really well with amethyst. You work really well with incense. You're very connected to incense magic. There's an honest conversation you have to have with yourself and possibly with someone else. And let them know, and let yourself know that this is it. It's time. This Leo full moon is about to give you some big opportunity you've been waiting on. Like a big golden opportunity. Seize the moment. Carpe diem. Is that what they say? All right. Okay, Pile 2. I want to start speaking French to you. I don't know why, but I don't know French. So I'll catch you later. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Ciao, ciao. Okay, Pile 3. Hello, babies. I had so many interruptions right before getting into your pile. I feel like you're a very busy person, a very social person. I feel like Pile 3, a lot of people really rely on you for a lot of things. Because you're amazing. You are amazing and you love giving. You are a pile that certainly, I feel like, gives from your heart. A sassy pile. A funny pile. A loving pile. I feel like you love to eat also. Food is your love language. Alright, let's get into this. So how are you going to know this is your pile? This is your Leo full moon tarot reading. If you're watching this after the fact, welcome, stick around. There's likely some messages for you. We're going to get into discerning if this is your pile or not. And if it's not, you can bounce, pick another pile. Or this is probably not your reading. But also I want to remind you, hey, thank you. Please subscribe. Please like. Please comment. And if you want, join us on Patreon. Join my Patreon. Join my Patreon. We have an upcoming Leo full moon on the 5th working with Sekhmet. Okay, so yeah, 3. For tarot, I am using ethereal visions. So we're getting into what is this Leo full moon bringing in for you. This is a hand gesture pile. You are animated. You talk with your hands. Maybe you're Italiano. This pile, I love you. You have a great attitude. I love your energy. I love your energy. I want to hang out with you. 7 of Wands. Okay, 7 of Wands. We're going to go over everything and start listing like if this is your pile or not. We'll put the pieces all together. Scientist, investigation, clear quartz point. I feel like, ooh, resolution. I feel like resolution's coming in. Separation. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. That's pretty straightforward. Stepping through number 47. So 47 is 11. Look at the Merkaba, orchids, hummingbirds. So those might be some animal totems or some science for you. We have the rose there. Let's see what else is coming through here. Number 6, third eye chakra. So we have 6, 7, 11. 7, 11. 7, 11. 7, 11. 37, number 10. Descendant invitation. Ooh, secret service. Ooh, secret service. Couple messages. This Leo full moon is bringing you resolution. So if you had conflict with someone, a disagreement with someone, and it could be quite literally like you're going to make amends, you're going to reunite with this person, parent, partner, lover, friend, boss, job, and quite literally reach a resolution, make amends. Or it's also just you reach a resolution, make amends on your own without having the conversation with that person. You just make peace with it. But aside from that, that's like a side message. The main message for pile 3, and this is how you're going to know if this is your pile or not. This group is connected to astronomy, astrology. Maybe you're astrologers yourself. This group is learning how to put themselves first this lifetime and learning how to shine, to be okay with attention, learning how to be a leader. You might have been a very backgrounds kind of person, you know, with the secret service. Like maybe you're always behind the scenes, or you never really put yourself out there, maybe kind of shy. You never thought you'd want the limelight, some of you, the spotlight even, or just like attention or recognition. And now this group is like, I deserve that. I'm worthy of that. So this Leo full moon is bringing you a resolution with someone in particular that you need to make amends with. But with this, align your life what is not aligned or needs to change. And with this stepping through here, invitation, descendant, third eye. This group, this Leo full moon, you are doing a lot of deep psychic work. This is a group that's very psychic. This group knows how to read messages. They're very connected to synchronicities. They see the signs. They can read the signs. I feel like you've been doing your spiritual work for quite some time. I definitely feel like this group is not new to spirituality. And with this stepping through and the descendant and align your life, this group is allowing yourself to put your hat in the ring. Throw your hat in the ring. Meaning you're very ancestrally connected. This group does a lot of ancestral work. You're guided by your ancestors. Your ancestors are so invested in your life, and they're definitely guiding you 1,000%, protecting you 1,000%. But with this third eye chakra, you're going to have some sort of awakening of like, I feel like before you hated conflict and you hated anything that could create conflict. So that's why you allowed maybe people to walk all over you or overstep their boundaries with you. And now this time with this Leo full moon, you are getting some sort of newfound, not newfound. It's not newfound. It's this energy of reminding yourself that you can pause, you can take breaks. I can pause, I can take breaks, but I'm ready to go back in. I'm ready to show up in the world. I'm ready to give it my all. I'm ready to say what I want. I'm ready to go after what I want. Okay. You're finally releasing the last bits of the secret service energy of like keeping your desires to yourself and playing it small and you know, dreaming and hoping and having these aspirations but never following through. And this Leo full moon, you're like, F it. I'm going all out. I'm going after. I'm going hard in the paint. I'm going after what I want. I want it. I deserve it. If I want it, I got it. You know, that Ariana Grande song. I feel like, yeah, also like, this group, with your third eye chakra here, and with this Scientist. You're very connected to sacred geometry because also the Merkaba. So do manifestation techniques, manifestation rituals with sacred geometry symbols like the Merkaba, the Tree of Life, the Flower of Life. But with this descendant and this invitation, I feel like the universe with this Leo full moon is literally sending you this invitation and is helping you skyrocket and step through into this new chapter of, I'm hearing self-devotion and going after your dreams and your aspirations. With this Seven of Wands, I also feel like you're going to show up and you're going to impress people, or you're going to prove people wrong. People might think like, you don't have it in you. She doesn't have it in her. They don't have it in them. Who are they kidding? They'll never make it in that field, or whatever. Like all these naysayers you're seeing with your third eye chakra, people who are aligned with your life or not, meaning people who support you. They don't have to believe in what you believe in or necessarily understand what your aspirations are, but at the very least, you just want people to be able to hold space for you. And I do feel there is someone who's going to reveal themselves to you this Leo full moon, who is secretly, I don't want to say plotting against you, but they're like, they're definitely not doing brujeria or witchcraft, but they're definitely sending you evil eye. Like, they don't want to see you succeed. They see your power that you don't see in yourself, and they're jealous of that. And with this unsure of future, I also feel that this person makes you self-doubt yourself. So this could be like a parent dynamic, a sibling dynamic, a frenemy, some shit like that. Right? So there's definitely someone who's going to be revealed to you with this Leo full moon, who, you know, just keep it moving. I see you, I peep you, I write notes, I take notes, and I keep it pushing. Whatever. Either you're with it or you're not, and all right, that's on you. So, okay, let's pull some cards. I'm getting a lot of citrus, citronella scents with this group. Yeah, this group, you're very connected to spirits. You're very connected to ghosts. You can see spirits. You can sense spirits. You definitely have a connection with the other world, the other side, the underworld. Some of you maybe are into human design, or once you've discovered your human design, you're going to start really tapping into more abundance with that knowledge. So check out your human design chart, human design. I feel like some of you are really into like paranormal stuff, supernatural stuff, scary movies. Maybe you're paranormal investigators. Or that's like a talent you can step into. Some of you have a family member that is in poor health right now. They're like bed resting, or they're not doing too well, and you're worried about them, but they're gonna pull through. They're gonna be fine. They'll come out more empowered by the end of the 2 weeks here after this reading. I do see a connection to Switzerland, Sweden. Dude, what is that place up north in California? Oh man, what is that place? It's really cute. I don't know. And it has like those cute little buildings that are like German or Polish. What is that place up north? Tell me. I know you know. The fox animal spirit is coming through. The mouse animal spirit is coming through. Yeah, there are some people who are just feeding off of you because they know that they want to ride your coattails. They know that they can get something from you. Yeah, pile 3. you need to cut some cords with people. Like, you have too many people in your energy, too many people knowing your business. You know, with the Secret Service, keep some shit to yourself, you know? Keep your moves on the low. You're oversharing, over trusting. Don't want you to be jaded, you know? Don't want your heart chakra to be blocked, but discernment, discernment, discernment. You already know the deal. Like, you've been in the game for a minute, but you're just so overly trusting. Okay, some of you have Mars and Gemini in your natal charts. And things are going to move really fast for you this Leo full moon. You're going to get communication, information, knowledge. Again, there's information you're integrating through the third eye from the divine, from the universe, that's going to confirm something for you, give you the knowledge you need to move forward, to stand your ground, to be empowered, to push through, to show up, to show out, to be your full self, and to conquer, like conquer an enemy, conquer a project, conquer a pending obstacle. You're going to come out on the other end of this Leo full moon with being on top. But you have to start learning how to move more with more precision in the 3D. Be more precise. Be more precise with what you say, what you share. That doesn't mean you be vindictive, cunning, manipulative, but you have to start unearthing your inner strategist. You have to start learning how to strategize better. Some of you are wrapping up your Saturn return, so you could have Saturn in Aquarius. Some of you have Aries placements. Yeah, this group you connect with dragons and you work well with black obsidian. Okay. Whew. Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands, 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Yeah, stop investing in connections that are messy. Stop. There's, what is this? Something's not going anywhere. Queen of Cups and the Empress, the Chariot. Okay, so there's a literal feminine, female energy that, I mean, you could cut cords, you could let them go, release them, end things. But let's say you're not in a position to do that. Like, it's a sibling, it's a boss, it's a coworker, it's a parent. So what this is saying is stop trying so hard to make the outcome different. Accept it for what it is. Again, people are seeing you in this Emperor, Empress energy. This is powerful. You're stepping into your Empress energy this Leo full moon. Empowered, confident, fertile, abundant, successful. Some people aren't going to like that. They're going to be jealous. I hate to say it. Jealousy is it's a normal emotion, human emotion. Don't take it personal, but also be wise. Be wise. Seahorses as well. Seahorses. Seahorses would be an animal totem for you. Seashells. This is the Chariot, so we're going to go ahead and say Sphinx. The Empress card is number 3. So we have 3, 3. 3 showing up twice. So maybe you were born in March or the 3rd day of the month. Or your life path 3. Okay. Alright. So pile 3. There is a reconciliation on the horizon with someone There's also an ending with someone. And there's also, with this Queen of Cups in reverse and the Empress, stop playing it so passive. It's time to step into determination. It's time to step into empowering yourself and your worthiness. Align your life. You don't like your life? You don't like where it's at? Well, why are you half-assing it? Why are you still getting involved with people and experiences, working jobs that are only shortchanging you? You know, surround yourself with the frequency and the people and the experiences that you are embodying and stepping into. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Pile 3, thank you so much. And let me know what you thought. Happy full moon.